Hello, everybody. For a 2-week hiatus, we're back.
Yeah, like they missed us.
You were gone? You might ask yourself. Yes. Yes, we were. I had a busy couple of weeks myself, so I wasn't really able to make time to shoot the show. Honestly, Joe and I had talked about trying to squeeze it in over the 2 weeks, and even if I could have gotten an inkling, a bit of time to do it, I told Joe I don't have anything. All the news has been so insanely negative and depressing.
We don't want to talk about it.
And we've kind of come to the conclusion that, at least for now, we're going to take a break from the political garbage segment.
Yeah.
And just try and go back to the way things were when we first started. We bring you guys funny news stories, stuff to hopefully give you a little bit of a break from all the insanity that is the news today. So we're going to have funny news stories, maybe some gross news stories. Of course, Florida, which is always
funny and gross.
Funny and gross at the same time. And then maybe starting with next week's show, we'll try and end things with maybe some lighthearted stories of maybe some inspirational stuff, some good news. We're going to start looking for some good news. So
we're going to do a video too, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to do a video this week, probably today or tomorrow, or not today, maybe over the next couple of days on my days off.
Yeah,
Joe's got another genius idea. So we'll get that out to you guys hopefully sometime at the end of this week. So
that's going to be fun.
But we're going to try and keep things more lighthearted. We've kind of got sucked into the negative stuff like everybody else. And we're both, frankly, just sick of it. You know, we live in a pretty depressing, sick world right now. So
no, we don't. It's just all the people that are running
the media is making it depressing.
Right.
Okay, the news is what you make of it. I personally have stepped away quite a bit from different things.
A lot of people have. A lot of people have signed off. And
it's hard for me to do because part of my job at work is kind of monitoring all that stuff. So I am doing the best I can to step away from it. I have put some stuff out there thanking people for being kind to me based on what I do for a living here lately.
I saw that.
Just a lot of times, even on the weekend, I wasn't sure who paid for my meal, but I just wanted them to know I appreciate it if they do follow me or whatever. So. We do appreciate the support here in our community. It's been a pretty pleased, proactive community.
It has, really,
so we
considering the rest of the nation.
Yeah, the rest of the nation's gone to hell in a handbasket.
I think a lot of the smaller towns are probably in the same boat.
Yeah, so we do appreciate it here in the Midwest, the small towns that are getting the support. We thank you guys very much. So with that being said, ready for some funny?
Yes.
Well, then you're on the wrong show.
Well, I'm easily amused, so I think we're okay.
All right, we're going to go ahead and start off with the news story, Joe, where the FBI says a guy blew his hand off with a bomb, possibly planned for an attack on some hot cheerleaders.
Stupid.
Not live this week. I'll believe that out later.
Yay.
A 23-year-old Virginia man who appeared to be planning an incel bomb attack on some hot cheerleaders accidentally blew off his hand with some explosives, according to authorities. Cole Carini was charged in federal court on Friday in connection with the plot after he allegedly lied to FBI agents by saying his extensive injuries were the result of a lawnmower accident. Late Tuesday evening, Carini went to a medical center near his home in Richlands, Virginia, with one of his hands missing, several fingers amputated, and shrapnel wounds to his neck and throat. That must be one hell of a lawnmower he's got at his house.
His hands missing, fingers are amputated. So he brought his...
You must have picked everything up. I don't know. Let's see here. When asked if he remembered what happened to put him in the hospital, authorities wrote a criminal complaint. Carini told the FBI agents that he was mowing his yard, and the mower flipped over in such a way that it dragged his hands into the blades, and because the blades were spinning so fast, it acted as if it was a bomb. But when the FBI agents searched his home, they found a shocking scene. A
bomb.
A trail of blood leading investigators to a bedroom where blinds had been shredded by shrapnel, and the walls and ceilings were covered with blood spatters and chunks of human flesh.
Yeah.
Agents also said they discovered explosive chemicals in a box of rusty nails that could be used as shrapnel, among other items that could be used to make bombs, including PVC pipes and some hot plates. The 6-inch high grass at the home also showed no signs of actually being freshly mowed. In a nearby shed, that's called investigating. Well done, feds.
Yeah, it didn't take Sherlock Holmes to get this one, did it?
In a nearby shed, authorities found a crumpled letter that discussed a suicide bomber walking through a shopping mall while concealing deadly objects to target a stage of hot cheerleaders. I will not be afraid of consequences, read the letter. No matter what, I will be heroic. I will make a statement like Elliot Rodgers did, he thought to himself. So basically, this guy got caught, and this goes on for a little bit longer, but he's facing multiple charges, including lying to the feds, and No word if the local city department is going to charge him for having his grass too high.
You should get a fine for that on top of everything else.
As if he doesn't have enough problems already.
How old was 23, you said?
Yeah, he's a young guy.
And he has his own place. Can't cut the lawn, though.
Yeah.
Dirtbag. He's probably renting and tore the whole place up. Now they got clean human remains off all the walls.
Well, we're moving from one disgusting incident to another.
Good.
Madison County inmate cuts off part of his finger, sends it to newspaper to protest the jail conditions.
How did he get something sharp enough to cut off his finger?
I don't know. Out of Anderson, Indiana, an inmate at the Madison County Jail severed part of his finger and mailed it to an Anderson newspaper to protest the conditions at the jail. Newspaper partners at the Herald Bulletin say Michael McCoon, age 60, severed the tip of his left middle finger and sent it, along with a 2-page handwritten letter, through the U.S. Postal Service
I
to
bet
Scott
he wrote
Underwood.
it first.
Yeah. Is there any blood spatter on that? To the U.S. Postal Service to Scott Underwood, who's the editor of the newspaper. In his letter to the Herald Bulletin, McCoon wrote, "Find enclosed my left middle fingertip that I removed for a reason, to bring to light the oppressive conditions that exist here at the Madison County Jail."
Wait, the jail has oppressive conditions?
I'm sorry, it's not the Ritz-Carlton. McCoon goes on to allege that the staff of the county jail subject offenders to abuse, falsification of conduct records, cold food, sleeping on the floor, and violations of due process. In the second page of the letter, McCoon said, "I am of sound mind," clearly.
Yeah.
"I removed this fingertip to bring about changes of the oppressive conditions that exist here." The Madison County Sheriff's Office confirmed to the Herald Bulletin that McCoon said he cut off the tip of his finger using a razor blade on May 21st. The letter mailed to the Bulletin was postmarked May 21st. Sheriff Scott Mellinger said shaving razors are provided to inmates every few days and then collected. McCoon had surgery on the finger this week to remove another portion of the finger to stave off the threat of infection. McCoon has since been transferred for security reasons to the state Pendleton Correctional Facility. He's awaiting trial on an attempted murder charge after police say he stabbed another man 13 times in the early morning hours of January 12th at a birthday party in Anderson.
Happy birthday.
He is of sound mind, he says.
Yes, he is. I wonder how he did that with her. Because they don't give him metal razor blades. They probably give him those
I'm guessing it hurt like
flimsy
hell.
ones. Yeah, he must have yeah. And he got through the bone. He had to go through the joint.
Probably drank a lot of jailhouse hooch before he tried that
Yeah.
stuff, I'm guessing. I don't know.
We know somebody could tell us all about that.
Prankster builds a motorized porta potty and then gets the best reactions for passerby. So I'm going to let Joe see this, and then I'll splice the video in there for everybody to see this week. Jeez, that thing moves.
No kidding. And his visibility can't be that great. Wow.
I hope that thing's empty. Good Lord.
Whoa! Oh!
Oh man, I can't stop laughing, dude.
I've never seen anything like that.
No?
No.
Oh, they're pretty common in Florida.
Of course.
Yeah, it's a Florida.
Put that in the wrong segment, I guess. Sorry. Using his downtime from work very, very wisely.
We should do something like that. We're kind of limited some of the stuff that we can do because of you.
I ruin everything.
You do.
German police say a petty thief fled supermarket and forgot his son in the process.
Oh.
Out of Berlin, Germany, police in Germany say they had an easy time tracking down a petty thief after he forgot his own son at the scene of the crime. Bautzen police said Saturday that the 29-year-old suspect ran off when the €5 worth of goods he was trying to steal triggered an alarm at a supermarket checkout late Friday. Police said the man's 8-year-old son was left behind, and so the culprit was quickly identified. The suspect, a German, also managed to fall over during his escape, ending the day in the hospital, according to the police report. Doesn't say what caused him to fall.
Well, drugs.
Woman defecated on her ex's doorstep because he drank wine from a tumbler.
That bastard.
Woman is facing possible jail sentence after lashing out at her ex-boyfriend when she tried to rekindle their relationship. Deke Ahmed?
I don't know.
Whatever. Age 41, turned up at the home of Sylvestris Rulis. What the hell?
28.
Age 28, during lockdown on April 15th.
She's a cougar.
And messaged him saying, "Surprise, I'm downstairs and I've got a bottle of wine." However, when he poured it into the tumblers rather than wine glasses, she flew into a fit of rage and threw it at him.
Wonder why they broke up.
Yeah. He dodged out of the way and smashed it into a cabinet. Ahmed then slapped him around in the face 10 times and hit his housemate Ravis Melders with a belt before they were able to bundle her out of the house. That's when she dropped to her knickers and defecated on the doorstep of his home in South Kensington. The couple had been in a relationship since 2018, but as a result of previous trouble, Mr. Rulers was banned from seeing Ahmed. He appeared in court via video link as he is currently in custody on various charges, including stealing the doorbell from Ahmed's home. Ahmed said that on that day she attacked him with a tumbler. She was at his house to retrieve the doorbell, and he had invited her in for some wine. However, District Judge Alex Jacobs at Westminster Magistrates Court rejected her version of the events and convicted her of criminal damage and 2 counts of assault by beating. Prosecutor Julie, I can't say any of these names. I will call her Ido. Said the defendant became upset by the complainant drinking wine from a water glass rather than a wine glass. Her previous, I guess they're not classy like Americans who just drink them out of the box.
Yahtzee cup.
Red Solo Cup. Her previous convictions make it apparent that when she is in drinking, she resorts to violence, including using glasses and throwing them towards the complainant. Blah, 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 blah. She got in trouble after defecating on his front doorstep.
She poopied.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Why? I just don't understand.
She's probably mentally well as well.
Yeah.
IKEA to increase security measures after woman pleasures herself inside of the store. IKEA has issued a statement explaining how it will be increasing security measures in its stores after a woman performing a sex act in one of their China branches went viral online. Per the Daily Mail, the 2-minute X-rated clip shows a half-naked woman pleasuring herself on various pieces of furniture in the store's showroom as oblivious shoppers pass her in the background.
Oh, they knew.
The Mail also reports that uncensored versions of the video have been removed from Chinese social media. In response to the video, the Swedish furniture retail company said in a statement, we oppose and condemn this kind of behavior, and immediately reported it to the police in the city of the suspected store. On Saturday, the international company also stated it will be taking even more careful security and public cleanliness measures.
They didn't take it that seriously before. Come on.
And they encourage all customers to browse in stores in an orderly and civilized way.
This was in China?
Yeah.
You know, I just think of Chinese people as classier than that. It seems like this could have come from Florida.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed they're coming out of China. I thought they killed people for stuff like that over there.
It says here, Chinese citizens can face up to 10 days in administrative detention for deliberate public nudity. In addition, anybody who uploads any obscene content online faces up to 15 days of detention and a maximum fine of a roughly what it equates to $425 US. The identities of the woman featured in the video and those who recorded the clip are still unknown.
Well,
I mean, there must be a version of Florida in China, obviously. And it's wherever that store was.
China's a big country. They have a Florida. You know they do. You know that in Chinese, they're all talking about this one part of China and making fun of it.
Yeah. That's the redneck part.
and they refer to it as the American part of China.
Welcome to Kentucky, China.
A man lost it all, his entire fortune. Went to Wendy's to pitch a fit. When the worker added some pickles. The man lost his mind and tossed all his shit. Ugh. What the hell is with Florida, where all crazy shit seems to come from? A week won't pass by without lots of stories proving that
Dumb. It's dumb. Real dumb. Florida man loses $100 million, attacks a Wendy's employee with fecal matter. Out of Daytona, Florida, Florida man John Rich, age 89, and former
John, not rich.
and former CEO of a chemicals company, recently lost his entire fortune of $100 million.
Oh.
During the COVID-19 quarantine, John picked up the hobby of day trading penny stocks. Over the course of the week, Mr. Rich ended up losing all of his fortune, shortening the soon-to-be bankrupt stocks. I can't even pronounce all that crap.
He lost $100 million trading penny stocks?
According to his wife, my husband made a vast fortune as the founder and CEO of a major chemical company, according to wife Linda. I would never thought in a million years John would have lost it all in the stock market. According to John's brokerage statements, his account went from $100 million to a mere $499 in a matter of weeks. I knew my husband was becoming disillusioned when he started mumbling about those darn Robin Hood traders in his sleep. Last time he started mumbling in his sleep when he got booted off the board of his own company for gross negligence. By Tuesday morning, his account value had fallen by a whopping 99%. Wow. John told me he was heading to Wendy's to grab a hamburger and a shake, Linda said, hanging her head. Wendy's is his favorite fast food restaurant. He eats there several times a week. Once John arrived at Wendy's, he lost it. I accidentally put pickles on his burger, and an unnamed Wendy's employee said. I told him I was sorry and I would remake the sandwich, but he just shuffled off, mumbling under his breath.
Robin Hood, Robin Hood.
The upset Florida man came out of nowhere and started, after coming out of the bathroom, and started hurling fresh turds at us, according to the Wendy's cashier.
Oh.
He was screaming incomprehensible words about Robin Hood, traders, and pickles. He must have thrown at least 17 turds. That seems like an
Where'd he get all that poop?
Well, he eats at Wendy's, so I mean...
yeah.
It was the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced. The Florida man was arrested for disturbing the peace and violence with a deadly weapon.
I've got a question. So, I like Wendy's. I love Wendy's chili. How often have I told you I'm over at Wendy's eating their chili? I love their stuff, so I'm not dogging Wendy's. But I'll tell you what, if I had $100 million, probably wouldn't be eating at Wendy's. Just saying, I'd probably eat someplace else. He goes there several times a week with $100 million. And he 89?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of poop for an 89-year-old, too.
Wendy's will be closed the rest of the week for cleaning.
And he was hurling it. I mean, it's nice to know that at 89, he's still got an arm.
I'm curious as to what the hurling looks like at 89 years old. Did he pop his hip out of place when he...
I probably would. We're going to find out in that video, too. Yeah. I bet I'm going to throw a couple. My arm's going to go numb. No poop, though. We're not throwing poop.
Man caught on camera trying to remove an ID band from a pelican's leg. Out of Isla Morada, Florida, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has arrested a man who said they said was captured on camera trying to remove an identification band from the leg of a brown pelican. The incident allegedly occurred earlier this year at Robbie's Marina.
Well, he had him on video. It's not alleged at all.
Officials say Robert Charles Hovey Jr., age 33, of Louisiana, captured a wild animal within the boundaries of the state park, violated the Migratory Bird Treaty Act.
Oh, I thought you were going to say violated the bird.
And tormented an animal in a cruel and inhumane manner.
Oh.
An arrest warrant was obtained for Hovey on March 13th, and he turned himself into authorities in Monroe County. It's unclear why Hovey was allegedly trying to remove the ID ban. According to the FWC, the brown pelican is the smallest of 6 different species of pelicans in the world, and is found on both coasts of North and South America. Naked burglar who caused $100,000 in damage to Miramar High School arrested. Man who caused about $100,000 in damages when he broke into Miramar High School while naked has been arrested. Matthew Allen Crandall, age 21, was arrested Wednesday on burglary and criminal mischief charges, according to the Broward County jail records. According to police, Crandall was caught on surveillance cameras unlawfully entering the school on Douglas Road on Monday. Crandall spent the entire day vandalizing the school while naked, causing about $100,000 in damages. Miramar police on Tuesday released a surveillance image of the suspect from the school.
Probably not the whole
Would
thing.
not really want to see that surveillance footage
No,
myself.
no, it's okay.
Crandall remained behind bars on Thursday, according to jail records. Attorney information has not been made public.
I don't. I'd be afraid to walk around naked if something. I mean, you're vandalizing something, something flies off, something happens. Doesn't seem like a good idea.
No. Florida man lets a 12-year-old drive a Jeep 85 miles per hour out of Jupiter, Florida. Florida man is facing felony charges after police said he let a 12-year-old girl drive his SUV and told her to speed because he wanted to be a cool father, even though he's not really her dad. Sean Michelson, age 41, told the arresting officer on Monday he is friends with the girl's mother and that the girl and her friend were staying with him for a few days.
Why?
Yeah. He said the girl had asked earlier in the day if she could drive his Jeep, so he thought it would be cool, and that he was trying to be a cool father, according to the police report. Michelson would also later admit to officers that he had been drinking.
Yeah.
Jupiter officer Craig Yoakum said in his arrest report that he spotted the Jeep making an illegal U-turn and then speed away at about 12:10 a.m. on Monday. He followed the Jeep and reached speeds of up to 85 miles per hour in a 45 zone before he's finally able to get it pulled over. He said that's when he asked the 12-year-old why she was driving so fast, and she said that Michelson told her to. Michelson is charged with child neglect, allowing an authorized person to drive, and causing a minor to become delinquent for buying the girl's vape pens. He says he says they requested for him to do. He's being held without bond on Tuesday at the Palm Beach County Jail.
If they asked him to, then he should be able to do it.
Florida man sentenced for collecting dead mom's Social Security for a whopping 23 years.
Oh, wow.
Out of Tampa, Florida man has been sentenced to 3 years and 5 months in federal prison for collecting his mother's Social Security payments for the last 23 years after she passed away. Court documents say a federal judge in Tampa sentenced 71-year-old Glenn Harrison earlier this week.
He's 71?
He's 71. Mom died 23 years ago. You do the math. The Hudson man pled guilty last August to theft of government funds. Harrison's mother was receiving Social Security retirement insurance benefits when she died back in November of 1994. Her death was never reported to the Social Security Administration, and Harrison continued to access the funds, totaling a whopping $363,344.10 until December of 2017. As part of a sentence, Harrison must repay the stolen money. Good luck with that. Holy cow.
Man, I bet she got that stimulus package, too.
Yeah. Well, how do you manage to do that for 23 years? How do they not know that she... God, he's 71.
Maybe he was... What do you call that when they have access to someone's POA or something like that?
I don't know, but you'd think there would be tax records or something. I don't know. Last story out of Florida, where a Florida man poops in court.
More poop!
Let me just say you're not ready.
Is this the third poop story?
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. We'll
No
title the
Pop-Tarts.
show Poopery or something this week. I don't know.
No Pop-Tarts, though.
Yeah. Let me just say you're not ready. You may not ever be the same after reading the next paragraph about a Florida man.
Now, we can't be phased anymore.
Dorleans Philidor is the 33-year-old Miami man who was in court last Friday on a burglary and grand theft charges. As he sat in a wheelchair next to the judge in the courtroom, the man pooped himself and then proceeded to throw a handful at the judge. The poop missile missed its target and splattered against the wall. After he hurled the poop, Philidor exclaimed, "It's protein, it's good for you." The man then ate some of his own feces.
Good for him. So he's in a wheelchair. How did he commit this crime?
I don't know. That's all we got. Not a whole lot of detail.
Need more to that story.
We've seen that before. Where didn't we have a news story a long time ago in court where somebody hurled some feces or something like that? So sick.
That's
People are
just
sick.
weird.
Well, that's all we got for Florida and the news. Normally, like I said, we would segue into political garbage or a sports segment. We can't.
There's no sports.
There's no sports, and even those guys are off on political tangents now. And frankly, we're both exhausted from it. I'm sure a lot of you out there are. So next week, for next week's show, we'll try and make sure that we segue into like a feel-good story to end the show. If you guys see anything, tag us in it, send it to us, whatever. We'll try and squeeze it into the show. We're going to try and get things in a much more comical and positive light. We kind of spiraled down with everybody else there for a while with the politics. And we need a sanity break from it at least for a little bit, and then maybe if things are a little bit normal in the fall, we can start making fun of the debates or something. But
my debate. We should work on my
that's
campaign.
right. He's running. Don't forget, DeRozier 2020.
My chances of winning are damn good right
They're
now.
looking better and better every day.
I'm telling you, this is the year.
That's right.
This is the year I could run and I could win.
Nation's capital will be moved to right here.
Yeah, I'm
back
not.
to the bakery.
I'm not going to move. That'd just be wrong, and I can't stop making donuts. So I can do both. He golfs.
I've seen the
right?
paperwork that comes across his desk. He doesn't even look at it. He just throws it away.
No, that's just the insurance
Yeah,
policies.
it's just insurance policies.
Poor Mark Allen keeps bringing these things
Like this.
Yeah, this thick. So I brought this policy for you. Say, why do you bring that? Yeah, I'm not going to look at it. Well, I put it on your desk. Well, it's a great
Okay.
paperweight. Thanks a lot. I'll throw that away later, but you could have thrown it away at your office. Maybe we could. You think we can put that video that we're going to do at the end of this one? At the end of this?
Oh, to the show?
Yeah.
Maybe. It depends if we can get it done.
Can we get other people to play?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not.
It's going to be
Never know.
fun.
We fly by the seat of our pants on these things, so we haven't done one in a long time. So
I tried to plan. I really do. Hey, Lee, let's do this. I don't know. What if we do this? I'll go ahead and do this and this. Well, yeah, we'll see if I have time. It's
Look,
not
man.
we don't fly by the seat of our pants.
we shot this epic music video. It was just a couple weeks ago, right? The Turn the Page.
That was quite a while ago.
I don't know. It may have been November, December, October. I don't know.
That was a long time
It all
ago.
runs together. But we will get a skit out this week. I don't know if it'll be part of the show or not, but we'll at least get it out by the end of the week. I've already forgotten what it is, but I'm sure it'll be great.
It's
So
gonna be funny.
Thanks for everybody tuning in. Make sure you start sending us your funny stories because we're probably gonna need some help finding some of
Yeah,
it.
just good stuff, fun stuff,
Yeah.
even feel good stuff. Just nothing political,
Yep.
and we don't want to hear it.
Yep. We don't want to hear it. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the 2-week break. If you're still taking a break this week, we don't blame you.
Must have taken a lifetime break from this show.
But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.